What is up, guys? Ready guy here coming with a brand new video, and today I'm gonna talk about The Last of Us Part 2. And by the way, this is gonna be the last Last of Us video before the release, okay? So I'm not gonna talk about The Last of Us until or after the games comes out. So guys, if you like my content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video, because today I'm gonna talk about how The Last of Us can change and the situation in between. The Last of Us goes gold amidst leaks, problems, strikes against videos of a bunch of YouTubers from Sony and Naughty Dog. In my opinion, that is bullshit, because how are you gonna strike people who are making a valuable comment and just saying what they feel like? If they feel like the game it's not to their part, then why are you gonna strike them? That's one of the things I really want to talk about. And the other thing is, I know many people didn't like the leaks. I had to see it to make some videos, okay? I really had to see it. I didn't cover it. In my opinion, I am not that mad, but I'm certainly disappointed in some degree. Why I'm disappointed? Last of Us was one of those games, in my opinion, and I said it right here, that it didn't need a second game. I think Naughty Dog was forced to get a second game because the fans and how well The Last of Us sold. The Last of Us almost sold 20 million copies or 19 million copies between PS3 and PS4. And it's one of the best games looking right now. Since 2014 in the game in some PS4, it's still one of the best games ever played and ever created, in my opinion. But The Last of Us Part 2, in my opinion, it's not living to the expectation right now of the first one. I know the first one was really high and people will really want to be much more bigger than the first one. It's okay, I get it, but we have to understand that always the second one, it's kind of lower. And maybe the third one, but in my opinion, I don't think there will be a third one. I think this will be the end of a part. Like I said, I think the first one didn't need a sequel. It was good how it ended. I really would like to know much more about the virus and if it can be cured, what it has evolved or things like that. I really would like to see how The Last of Us can be much more effective on the side of the virus. I know the stories about survival and this and that, but I really would like to be much more featured on how the virus has mutated or something like that. And I really know. But being very conservative, Last of Us 2 can still be a hit. Right now in Amazon, it's one of the bestseller games in France, Brazil, I think it was Germany, all those countries in Amazon. It's the best-selling pre-order game right now. And I don't want to get all those people who pre-ordered it on PlayStation Store. So I'm looking at maybe 5 to 6 million sold day one. I know. It's a high number. But remember, this is The Last of Us we're talking about. Many people saw the leaks, but many people didn't really care about the leaks, okay? So we had to think about that. So about the game going gold, it means the game is finished. If you don't even know that, when a game goes gold, it's finished. The game is ready to ship, and it's polished, bug-free. But I want to think something. What if the leaks are not true? What if that part was filmed and Neil Druckmann didn't like it? I have that high mentality, but I think it can happen. I really can happen. Just remember when the Avengers had showed that trailer with Hulk in it, and Hulk was not even featured on the film. That is a thing you must put in your mind. I'm not saying that it will not happen. I say it might happen, but who knows, really. But one of the things that has me by the balls is that the game will have multiplayer, but in the first place, it didn't have. They say they didn't want to put multiplayer, but in my thinking, the game was delayed not because it was it was polished and everything. I still think the game was way finished last year. I think all the little time they have left between the original, I think it was November that it was gonna release, to I think it was February, November to February. In that delay and then delayed again, it was to complete the multiplayer, because in one of those leaks, the multiplayer was shown. It was shown, and it showed you how the crafting system was gonna work. Last of Us 1 was a real good multiplayer game, in my opinion. I really like it a lot. But the 2, having a multiplayer, delaying the game because of multiplayer is such a stupid stuff. I know, many people, you did like the multiplayer like me, but really delaying a game that wouldn't have this problem today because you delayed the game because you were doing the multiplayer, it's kind of selfish in my opinion. I know many people were really pissed about it, but it was not the majority. And for me, delaying the game indefinitely because the recent pandemic, it's a reasonable, but for developing the game, for developing the multiplayer, I think it was stupid in Naughty Dog's part, really. I really would like a multiplayer game. It was finished, but I think they put all the resources and much timing into the game as a whole. The game as a whole will be a 100 GB game, so if you don't have the enough memory, considering expanding to external storage, just like me, I got 8 AB ready to go, 8 terabytes ready to go. I got a lot of games. But guys, how do you visualize Last of Us being rated? 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 6 out of 10, even a whooping ass 4 out of 10. Because going into thinking about the game, the gameplay, the story, and everything in it, the game will not have so much impact on the rating as a whole, and sales for me will not be hit hard. It will not be hit hard, really. It will not really be hard. The pre-orders are there. Many people are really pre-ordering the game right now. I have said in the past that controversy is a real thing to sell a game. Example, Modern Warfare 2019. Really, controversy, it's real good almost for business sometimes. Just see when Twitch streamers has a controversy, they already have like double digits on their Twitch streams. So that's how kind of works about controversy sometimes. I'm not saying everybody works. But guys, if you like the video, if you like my commentary, in my opinion, about The Last of Us, comment below. Let me know what you think about the video. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the video. And not, you can dislike and leave a hate comment. But I really appreciate all you see my video. And if you liked it, I really thank you. So I'll see you next time, the next Reddit Guy Show. Peace out.